aliens are coming. The aliens are coming. Hide your kids. Get your wives underground. The aliens are coming.
Get your wives underground?
Yeah.
What is it? So men can handle it, but women can't? What are you trying to say?
Exactly what I'm saying. Women are fragile. We gotta hide them under the ground. We gotta bury them bitches. Dig your holes, boys.
The aliens are coming, and Meg's ready. All right, her wife's well underground now.
I buried her this morning.
Welcome back to Weekend Weddy. Welcome. This is literally Weekend Weddy with Wooka and Meg.
We are. What are we here? Ready for another weekend, everyone.
Today we are literally going to be discussing the non-human updates.
The non-human updates. I thought you were going to say the non-human life forms found in UFOs that have now been come out from the government.
Yeah.
I was going strong until the end there.
We actually have a big episode. So today, this is a big lineup, all right? We've got UFO chat. Yes. Tinfoil hats on, bury your wives, all right? We're going into it. We've also got my DNA results back.
Luke's DNA test came back.
Which I'm terrified about because I don't know the results yet. I'm finding them out with you live on the podcast.
It literally...
This is all I know is everyone in the tour group yesterday when we were in Tasmania was shown the results and all of them giggled. And actually Reese doesn't know either. He was left in the dark.
Yeah. Reese knows like a couple of the immediate things.
Yeah.
But it's not the immediate thing that's
I also know a couple of the immediate things.
Absolutely.
I have talked to my grandparents before.
Yeah.
And I have a good poop story. So big episode.
Massive episode, everyone.
Yeah. Oh, and I actually have an answer, I think, a definitive answer this week of what is the most overplayed song of all time.
Oh, like you've looked it up, you've researched it.
So you know how like we've been just kind of throwing out opinions and with no research and kind of just...
Yeah. Which is what we do best, isn't it?
Well, that's what podcasts are for.
Yeah.
I actually just bothered to Google it this week and turns out there is an answer.
Wow. You would have thought.
Should have done that 2 weeks ago.
Fuck?
Wouldn't have even had to do the podcast. Anyway, so aliens. Guys, I'll give you one more chance. All right?
Bury your wives, everyone.
If your wife is not underground, I repeat, you get her in a ditch.
Dig that ditch and bury that bitch. That's what I always say.
I'm just going to put it out there. Not as funny when I say it. Definitely.
That's because you're not doing the accent, Luke. It's all about the accent, okay? No, I got into a full-on deep dive hole. I think it was like 2 years ago, back in 2021.
Oh, you someone's wife.
I'm the man behind the wife, boy. Now quit your yapping and let me talk about my UFO sightings. No, I went on like a massive deep dive about all of this stuff because the guys who were doing the testimony actually came out a few years ago saying the same thing, but the US government was like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And so
people haven't had time to bury their wives yet.
We don't have time. We don't have shovels. We need to get shovels. We need to get dirt.
It's like, God, this information shouldn't be out here yet.
Yeah, they're like, we're not ready for this.
But yes, they did try and... Well, people have been trying to come out for years and... Yeah,
they've been literally coming out with photos and stuff for years and everyone's just like, it's Photoshop, it's fake. After a few years ago, I was like, aliens do exist. Like when I say aliens, not just like life forms, I mean like higher life forms exist. I just didn't want to be the one to come out and say it because everyone thinks you're fucking crazy when you say it.
No, not at all. I highly disagree with that statement.
If I came out to you and I was like, Luke, aliens are here, bury your wife. But if I came out to you and said like, oh, aliens are real, I'd full on 100% believe that like the UFOs, they're like covering it up, all this stuff, would you have been like, yeah?
I would have been like, yeah, probably. Like that makes so much more sense. It's so much more plausible. It's so arrogant to think that we're the only life form that exists in the universe.
Yeah, it took us 250,000 years to evolve to the point where we're like, cum jokes. And now they're like, there's obviously higher races out there, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Star Wars and I know that.
Yeah.
There's Tatooine.
Tatooine.
There's Endor.
Because they're real. They were filmed on those planets.
Yeah, everyone talks about like, like everyone's like, oh my God, non-human life. I'm like, let me know unless it's an Ewok. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Show me a furry fucking thing.
I don't know. So yeah, I went into a deep dive as well with all the stuff that came out during the week about this. So if you don't know what happened, probably the worst place to come for this news or any news in that matter, this podcast, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best because I read like one Guardian article and watched about 5 YouTube videos on the matter.
Guardian article?
Yeah, one article from the Guardian and 5 YouTube videos, and that is where I'm basing my entire knowledge of this from. So they had a hearing in the US where 3 ex-military dudes testified under oath to Congress about the UFO sightings that they've seen. This is what I don't get, where people go, oh my God, it's crazy like that UFOs exist. No, it's not, because that just means unidentified flying object. If I took a shit, then threw it in the air, and Meg was like, what was that? I'd be like, oh, it was a UFO, because you couldn't identify it.
Someone gets a shitty picture of it on their Nokia.
Yeah. You said, what are they supposed to be called now?
UAPs.
What does that stand for?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Right.
Damn, Reese dropping that.
Yeah, again, I could still do the same thing.
Yeah.
I could throw a poo in the air and it'd be unidentified ass poop.
But they're also testifying. They were saying that they were having cover-up jobs. So that was a big thing. That like, yes, for years and years, the US government has been covering up all like these sightings and like these bodies that they found, and like they're harboring all of this stuff.
But is that a shock?
No.
To anyone? They're like, whoa, the US government might have told a lie once?
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, get out of here.
But there was another documentary that I started going way deeper as well after like the UFO chat, like a couple years ago. And there was another whistleblower who was working on a project where they had found a mermaid. Now it's not like they were like, it's not the mermaid that you think it is. It's like this fucking disgusting like half fish where like, and then like it's not really like a human. It doesn't look like human.
You'd put her away, but you wouldn't brag about it to your friends.
Yeah.
It's not like Ariel or whatever. Oh, is Ariel an adult?
Ariel was like 15 or some shit.
That's my bad, everyone.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm just trying to explain it to our male audience.
No, you wouldn't put her away.
Right. I haven't seen any pics.
It's fun. They're weird. They're very weird. But yeah, like there was like more whistleblowers coming out at the same time being like, yeah, they all hold them in this like facility. Like you think that it's Area 51, but they obviously fucking changed that one a long time ago because Area 51 became quite well known. So they're like, we can't harbour them there. But yeah, he was saying like there was all of these different things that they were just hiding in this weird little chamber of secrets. And
is that where they put him now? Hogwarts?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a really fucked up version of Hogwarts.
Yeah.
3-headed dog and everything.
It's not a mermaid. It's got a basilisk. Definitely wouldn't put that away.
No.
Wouldn't brag about it.
We wouldn't brag about that one. No, absolutely not. But yeah, I was like, I got into this massive deep dive and I was just like, shut up, don't tell anyone because they're going to think.
I don't think anyone I truly don't think anyone would think it's great. Like, it's so plausible. I'm not saying that, like, maybe if you came out and, like, look at this concrete evidence and you're real passionate about it, I think it depends on your level of passion.
Yeah.
If you're, like, hitting a piece of paper going, look, aliens, people are like, okay, chill out.
Yeah. Which is what's happening now.
Yeah.
They're like, look, aliens. And everyone's like, we figured. Yeah.
Yeah, but, like, if you just, I don't think the drawing the conclusion of, like, yeah, we're probably not alone, that's been widely known for a while. That's why.
I don't think that's the crazy part. I think the crazy part was people understanding that they were covering shit up. That's the like, that was the weird part. They were like, oh yeah, like, no doubt they exist, but why would they cover that up?
Because
that was the question.
It's would cause fear.
Well, it's not
terrifying.
Though.
Okay.
Is it terrifying?
Yep. Look at this sentence.
They fucking crashed, didn't they? So how fucking smart are they when they crashed their vehicle?
This came out in the hearing. This is like a quote from the hearing that happened during the week. The US has evidence of technology that defies all of our laws of physics, and that alien craft possess technology that could turn us into charcoal.
Well, how did they figure that?
I don't really know what that word is.
Briquette.
Do you think the way that they...
Yeah. They have mini Death Stars flying around northern Italy, and you're not terrified about that?
But do you think the way they figured that out, right, was two guys stumble across the UFO, right? They find these weapons, and they're like, oh, hey, Jerry, look at this fucking gun. Pew, pew, pew. And they shoot each other accidentally with the gun, immediately turns to charcoal.
Idiot. You lose a witness.
You lose a witness.
Now everyone thinks you're crazy. But that is terrifying.
I mean, yeah.
There's a reason why it's in the government's best interest to not create fear when, quite frankly, they probably don't know all the facts either. They would know some things, but
they can't.
And then it's just like, all right, what are we going to do with this information? We could tell everyone, and that's terrifying.
It is pretty scary. I mean, look, like...
And there were all these things where, like, I watched a few bits of the hearing, and they were saying that there were these cubes that they'd often see on military bases, and so many people had sightings where, like, it would be like I don't know what their terms of measurement are. It's like Mach 1 or like that. They military measure speed in a different way. I do kilometers per hour. I don't know what they mean. But it's like, he explained that it was like hurricane force winds, and there was this cube just hovering, like, seemingly unaffected by the weather and stuff. Like, technology that we just don't have, and it would just drop in a few seconds, like, you know, kilometers down, and then just shoot up and go sideways and move in right angles.
Right.
Like, technology that, like, you know, when it's very obvious, like, how our helicopters move. It's like, there's lift, and then they take off in a gradual. Yeah. These things are like moving around in right angles in the air. That's what they think.
That would be like the thing is, yes, it defies physics on our Earth, but like on their planet, they obviously have different resources and stuff. And
they've got that physics, like Wakanda shit.
Yeah, dude, for sure, sure. Yeah.
Because that is terrifying, because I don't believe in the sense that, like, you know, like in Independence Day, like, you know, I don't think Will Smith could punch one in the face. Like, unless it looked a lot like Chris Rock or something like that.
I think he'd have a slap.
Yeah, he might slap her in the face if they said something about his fucking goddamn wife. But, get my wife's name out of your goddamn mouth. And it's like,
and he's like, fuck you.
But I don't think it's like that. Like I don't think it'd be a being like a green alien man with black eyes, right?
Well, here's the thing.
I reckon it would be like a blob. But like that, it will be like just it will be living. It will be an organism. But like we're just like, what the
fuck is that?
Yeah, like, you know what's funny as well when they say
it has to have fingers because it has to build the shit. It would have to have some form of claw, because like if they're talking about this weapon that they can use to turn people into charcoal, has to have a trigger.
I think it was like a ship.
Oh, the ship.
The ship has technology that could like laser something.
Oh yeah, I could take on a blob though.
I heard in like an interview with Tom DeLonge once that like we can't even see like the aliens.
Yeah.
Okay,
because it's terrifying.
They found bodies. But they found the bodies of the aliens in the craft that had crashed. That was testimony.
Oh, was it? I didn't read that. But
also, there might be different types.
This is a sentence that I read. This one, it's so rich coming from me. I thought this sounded dumb. And this guy's like ex-military, like his credentials apparently quite
You have to
high.
say it. You have to say it in the voice.
I don't want to. Okay, so this is what he said. I don't want to oversimplify it, but how are you going to fly one, meaning a spaceship?
Yeah.
You got to have somebody in it. That seems to be pretty simple. Why is that the conclusion that they've drawn, that there must be someone flying it? We have remote control cars for children on our planet.
Yeah.
Say if they are operating on this hectic technology.
Yeah.
Who's to
why
say
would
that
they need
we
a
send out
pilot?
drones and satellites?
Yeah.
I thought that was a strange thing to say, like just going, yeah, well, there must be someone in it or something in it.
Look, mate,
that's not true. They could be a little their version of a satellite that goes to scope out other galaxies.
Yeah, that is weird. That's a really weird thing to say. Oh, like it's a weird take to have.
I thought that was strange.
That is very strange.
But maybe I'm dumb. Is there something that I'm not?
No, that is actually a dumb thing to say. But like, it's a fucking America. What are you expecting? Like, he's probably the smartest man alive there.
Yeah, still 1,000 IQ points above the TikTok hearing.
Yeah.
So.
The people who are watching it.
Imagine the same people in that one. Like, they're like talking about this advanced technology that we could never understand. And someone's like, so does it connect to the home Wi-Fi network?
They're like questioning the aliens. And it's like, so my laptop has to connect to my Wi-Fi. Your spaceship, does that have to connect to my Wi-Fi in order to get the information to fly around?
So this unidentified phenomena, is that run by the Chinese Communist Party?
I'm pretty sure these aliens are in cahoots with the Russian military.
Oh man, remember that program, Cahoots?
Yeah, Kahoot. That fucking. Did you ever have Cahoots?
It was on Mac.
No.
Oh, no,
we went to a Mac school, wasn't it?
No, we didn't. We didn't have Mac at our school. We had ThinkPad at our school.
Sorry, primary school.
Oh, primary.
Yeah,
you had Macs at primary school?
You went to that school for a year, so technically you did.
We did not have computers when I was there. I mean, I was only there till when I was like year one.
When I was in prep, I had them, so you definitely did.
Really?
Yeah. There was like...
Why the fuck did I never get to use them?
Apple used to use... Like, no, there'd be like 4 in each classroom. The
blob.
The big blob computers, and they were colourful, and they were like kind of round at the back. They had a booty.
Do you think the aliens also went through that phase where they were like, let's give this computer the fattest booty on our planet?
Maybe, but it probably would have been like so many million years ago. It's like they must think we're so dumb. Like, say if there are aliens around, just like we're invisible, they can't see. And like, dude, this is like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, we're just like on stages cheering. Someone's like, I present to you the iPod.
And everyone's like,
and we're like, oh my God, it's fucking brick. You can play a card game on the train now.
I can see the brick. I can see pictures on it.
Yeah.
And they're like, the aliens are like, the fuck are these guys on?
They dance to the Rolling Stones on stage.
Yeah.
Do you think we're actually just a pet project?
Windows 99 came out. And then I reckon they've just left us here for their own amusement.
That's what I mean.
100%.
Do you think it's like a TV? It's like a TV show. So that flying globe thing is actually just a massive like camera for their entire.
This is their
country.
Truman Show.
Yeah, this is their Truman Show, and they're just watching us as they're like do 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 brick,
and they're like
bury your wife,
and they're just looking at it like they're the smartest ones. That's the smartest dude they have. With their pants like up to their nipples. Dude, we must be like the entertainment for like preschoolers on an alien world. Like we're their Yo Gabba Gabba.
Just not the Yo Gabba Gabba.
He's like, guys, get ready for the weekend. Oh fuck, we never spun the wheel.
Oh fuck.
Sorry, guys. Too much alien chat.
Too much alien chat. All right, Luke, what are you hoping for this weekend?
I'm not fussed.
I'm hoping. I'm definitely hoping for a turn up, just because. Well, I just paid off my student debt.
Oh,
so
congrats.
Thank you, and I actually have savings in my account, which is Fucking wild. Oh, I don't know if I should talk about it now or if I should just get it done and come on the podcast. There is something that I'm going to get done that's going to blow everyone's minds because they've never seen the old Meg. There is something about me that is not real, and I am getting them taken out.
It's her tits.
It's not my no. Let's make that clear. It's not my tits.
Why did I even think? Like I weighed up that gag. I was like, is it worth it? Is it going to crush in the room? Probably not. But it'd make Reese feel uncomfortable. And I was like, it's probably a bit weird to say.
But
and
you're like, I'm going to say it anyway.
Dude, the intrusive thoughts, just very few stay in these days. It's becoming a problem on stage.
It is a
I'm letting like one or two escape a night per show.
Escape.
Yeah, they just like come out and I was like,
they're the whistleblowers.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
In 2 years, I'm going to testify under oath. Tits.
The fake titties.
I'll be. Oh no, that was a joke, by the way. Yeah, I found out about this yesterday.
Yeah,
I kind of knew, but I never really thought about it. You
knew me, I think, only for a matter of 1 or 2 weeks prior. So you've only ever seen me for like 2 weeks with it.
Okay, I don't even remember.
Yeah, you wouldn't remember what I looked like. All right. Wait. Are you spinning the wheel? Or
now people are just going to be
wheel?
guessing which part of Meg is not real.
Yeah, guys, put in the comments which part of me is not real.
Yeah.
I feel like it's obvious. It's definitely obvious.
Yeah. It's a UMB, an unidentified Meg bit.
She's one of the aliens.
Yeah.
I am one of the aliens. All right.
Well, I'm going to go wind down.
Wind down?
What is weird is someone pointed this out on the last episode, and I agree. I think I mentioned it as well last week. I feel like we've got our desired outcome for weeks and weeks on end now.
Have we?
Yeah. We always do like, I want to wind up. And we're always like, yes.
No, there was definitely one where I was like, oh, fuck. I think it was a turn up. And I was like, I'm going to die.
For a 50-50, we get our desired outcome way more.
Well, so you're going wind down, I'm going turn up.
I just don't really care this weekend. I'm doing 2 shows. I don't have much planned other than tour. Yeah. So I'm happy to turn up for them. We're in Warrnambool. Fuck it, let's turn up.
Woo. Oh, that wasn't very fast.
Should I do it again?
Oh, well, I've never stopped the wheel midway through before. No, once the wheel spins, you have to keep going.
Well, it hasn't stopped, so
it's still
spinning.
It's definitely still.
So you drawn a bigger spin.
Big spin.
Sorry, it's just
big
like
spin.
You had a massive problem with the way I spun it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Come on, put some back into it.
Oh yeah, that's a nice spin. That is lengthy.
Oh, it's a turn
We're
up.
turning up. No.
Oh, it's a wind down. Oh my God.
That is what the sport is all about, people.
The wheel bounced heavily. All right, it's a wind down. Yeah. Simmer down, everyone. Enjoy the weekend. Take some vibes. Bury your wives.
Out of context, that's not good.
All right.
Let's go through my DNA.
Okay, so Luke's DNA arrived literally yesterday, I think it was. Well, I went through it. I found out yesterday that it arrived. So
this goes back from weeks and weeks ago on the podcast,
I think it was
early
like the
days.
Second episode that we spoke about.
One of the first episodes of the podcast, I said the sentence, I want to know how white I am. In the sense, I just want to know, like, I've been told various different things about my heritage, and, you know, often it's like Scottish. I know there's a bit of New Zealand in me because my gran was born in Dunedin, and stuff like that. So I know parts, and I know that my mum's maiden name is German.
Yeah.
So I know there's a bit of, and I said last week that I want to sit in the middle between like Hitler and Paddington Bear.
Okay.
That's kind of where I want to. I don't want to be like full
German.
Well, I do have blue eyes, so I'm like, I've got a bit of Aryan
brown
look about
hair
me.
though, so
yeah, I don't have the glowing blonde hair.
Yeah, don't have the glowing blonde hair. You got some grey hairs in there.
That's not true.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Nah, I'm not going to take it back. It's on camera now as well.
Lies and hearsay.
You're the US government in this case.
In 2 years
it's
you
literally
testify.
right there and you're like, nah, it's No, it's glowing blonde.
I know it's plausible, but I'm still going to cover it up.
For another like 10 years. Alrighty. Yeah, so I went through the DNA yesterday. It is very confusing, like going through everything. So it took me literally hours to decipher.
Decipher a spreadsheet.
This
is why the aliens think we're dumb.
To put it in dumb terms.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I can't. To put it in like a way that's still a bit humorous.
Okay.
But we get it, you know?
And my biggest concern from this was not even having like heritage linked back to Hitler. It was the fact that I ate pancakes right before I spat in the cup.
Yeah.
And I was worried that it was going to show that I was about 40% pancake. So I'm hoping that that hasn't made it.
No.
All right. Okay,
All right.
that's good.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready to find out. This is like super interesting.
It is.
No one in my family has ever done this before.
It was honestly, well, Luke, they actually have.
Okay.
You've got 26 people who have done the same test from various parts of the world. I don't know their names or anything, but I know where they're from. That's what helps to build where your genetics are from.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the first slide. 0% pancake.
I'm 0% pancake. Good start.
Yeah.
Really good start.
Yeah, really
Thank
good.
God.
Just to let you know, because I know that was way on.
It was a massive stress.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are also
Not related to Hitler.
not related to Hitler. Well,
Phew.
Well, actually, I'm a little bit confused now because after I created all this, I then was like, oh, actually, I don't understand one part of it, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, the only reason why I thought that was because my grandpa's last name was Marx,
Yeah, so
which was German.
that's what I'm confused about. But
Well, that's what I was told
yeah,
as a
yeah,
kid,
yeah,
so I don't know.
yeah, for sure. All right, you are, however, 100% the background color of this slide,
Which is
which
white.
Is white.
A nice visual joke there for our audio listeners. By the way, Meg's made a PowerPoint.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't
So
explain this.
I'm just seeming like I'm just going through this thing. Yeah, there's a PowerPoint on the table.
Yeah.
Watch the video.
This
if
is
you
like
want
more effort than I put into any like primary school or high school assignment.
Yeah,
So I'm
me
impressed.
too.
So wait, I'm
crazy.
100% white.
You are 100% European.
That's so high. 100% is like the most you can be.
Yeah, it is literally the most. You are the whitest of the white. Like you are literally, you cannot get more white than what you
The
are.
first comedy special title holds the truth. I am the whitest boy who ever lived.
You are the whitest boy. that
Not
ever
really something to be that proud of these days or any days.
So, British and Irish, you're 95.5%. So
what
that
I
is your
thought.
predominant. French and German, you're only 2.2%.
That's so weird that I was always told like, yeah, like you're like 1/8 German.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And broadly, Northwestern European, 1.8%. Eastern European, 0.5%. But you're predominantly British and Irish. So there's that.
It's just like I'm probably like related. There's probably someone on my family tree that's just like a castle.
Yeah, for sure. Just brick
Yeah.
and shit. I'm assuming that's how they built castles back then. They just shat on a brick and then stuck it together. Your genetic markers are highest, and then you have relatives in Glasgow.
Let's go.
And also
I like the Glaswegians.
pretty much like the United Kingdom, London.
That means I might be related to Lewis Capaldi.
yeah.
I love Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah. So you're mostly like in Scotland.
Did I hit him up?
and
Hey,
stuff.
cuz.
Yeah, we might be related. Probably not, but you
Well,
know.
he's from Glasgow.
We
so
might. Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, that's good because I really like that. Working class, humble
Yeah.
beginnings. It was a good city. It was grimy, Glasgow. Edinburgh was nice, but Glasgow had a bit of like, I don't know, like throwing poo out your window
Zhuzh.
energy to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Luke, in the test, they found 26 matches to your like DNA. All of them spread around these areas.
Was there any from Lewis?
I don't know if Lewis did it. You were strongly in Wales, which you have some strong opinions
No,
about.
I have minor beef with the Welsh due to mainly an argument that I got into in
family
a
drama.
pub once in Cardiff after the show with a few Welsh people who thought that they lived in a real country, and I had to point out to them that they don't.
Well, Luke, they're probably related to you.
That's
so,
fine. Hey, every family has disputes. A bit of domestic violence, turns out. No, all I did
disagreement
was I made the comment on stage at my Cardiff show, which they hated, and it made the rest of the show very difficult to come back from. One of the most ignorant things I've ever said into a microphone. I walked on stage thinking it would be funny to them. Turns out they're not the most self-deprecating bunch, the Welsh.
No.
Very proud. Good on them. Sorry, we're very proud.
Yeah. And look, you can say whatever you want about them
Exactly.
now because you're one of them.
I am part Welsh.
So you are, well, predominantly Welsh, if anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah. Yeah. You're on like 90, what was it? 95.5% pretty much.
You said
So-
English though.
No. It's
English and Ireland.
No. British and Irish, and that in like all of those areas. So they
So they don't even acknowledge them as a country.
Huh? No. They. Oh yeah, true. Because
You said English and Irish
Oh,
before.
that's because I actually don't think that they would put Wales on the DNA
They should
test
say-
as it. They say like British and Irish to like because obviously
Because they're part of Great
they're-
Britain.
Yeah.
But it said
So-
English and Irish. Didn't say British.
No, it said British and Irish.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's British, not English.
I'm pretty sure it said English.
British
you.
and Irish. Dude, I literally had
Oh,
to-
wait.
Oh,
Sorry, I've gone too far ahead. Whoa.
Whoa.
I've
Stop.
lost it. I've lost
It's
it.
okay. I can do it. I
Okay.
can do it for you.
So
Oh.
the reason why I got in this argument, and it's a great point. I stood on stage. This turned off the crowd. I said into a microphone, good to be in Cardiff. Never been to Wales before. I didn't even know you guys were a country until 2 years ago. They hated it.
They hated it.
Not one laugh. Oh, no, that's not true. There was about 100 English people in the room that had a fucking grand old time at that one.
Yeah,
right?
but they turned on you. I've never seen daggers harder in my life.
I was so shocked because, like, you go to New Zealand and you take the piss out of them, like, yeah, like, you're mini Australia and you talk funny and you say jandals. They love
Jandals.
it. New Zealanders are like best sense of humor. They're just like, yeah, we are a bit silly. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I'm a bit silly, whatever.
Silly
right?
Billy.
Yeah, I'm a silly belly. Dude, I thought it would be the same.
Yeah.
Dude, not at all. And then everyone in the crowd was like, all right, so like they were trying to teach me Welsh after the show. Like, this is how you say this in Welsh. And I was like, I mean this in like the nicest way possible. I'm going to leave here in 13 hours. I don't give a fuck. I'm not from here, or turns out I fucking
You are.
am.
You are from there.
Now I need to
Man.
learn Welsh.
Babes, you're from there.
It was
you're
just-
fucking Wales.
Maybe it was just the crowd that I had that night, but it felt like this massive disconnect. I was going around England kind of shitting on them a bit, like lightly,
No, you can't shit on that.
and the English were like, yeah, we love to laugh at ourselves. That's our entire culture. I went to Wales and I was like, oh, and honestly, that's one of the things with me. If you can't laugh at yourself, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't get around you.
Which is crazy given you're related to them.
It's crazy given I'm one of them.
Yeah. There was also things like, like Yorkshire as well.
But I hope, by the way, next year, all right, if I come back, who knows? It's already booked in. Anyway, right?
You're like, if anyone Welsh here is asking, we're family, so you have to come to the
Say
show.
hypothetically that I come back to Wales and do more shows next year. I'm happy to have my perspective changed.
Yeah, learn about your heritage.
I won the argument in the pub that we are a real country, and I was like, you don't even compete in the Olympics as Wales, and they were like, but
yeah.
you compete as Great Britain.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
It is. Anyway, I figure we should have a little breaky break here and plug our Patreon. Every Monday we have a Patreon episode called Week Ready with Luke and Meg, where we get you ready for the week.
Help us support the show.
Yep.
We make negative amounts of cash from doing this podcast by...
Also, because we keep doing stupid fucking DNA tests as well.
So please considered that. Anyway, we can make Patreon. Oh, and there's a Discord as well, which is a lot of fun. Which people, I don't know, talk about stuff.
Yeah, there's also a pet chat in there, and I get to see
people just
dogs.
send their pictures of dogs
all the time. It's awesome. All right, now you're probably thinking, but Meg, it says I'm 2.2% German. How can you be sure I'm not a product of Hitler? Well, now I'm actually confused with my own logic here, but they had a timeline, an ancestry timeline. So it says from 1760 to 1850, that's where like your French German kind of heritage was. Then they migrated and they moved, and that's when they went to
yeah, sweet. So we got out of
Scotland, Glasgow,
pre-Holocaust
Wales.
Germany.
Yes, yeah, because like it says from 1940 in particular, and then up. That's where you guys were from.
Pre-Nazi Germany is ideal.
Yeah, but then I'm confused now because why would does that mean so like you had obviously the German heritage and so you can still have like German last names and stuff be passed down?
I don't know.
Because Marx is German, so...
I don't know.
Yeah, weird. Anyway, you know what else you have 2% of, Luke?
I'm hoping it's Jamaican.
No.
I've always been quite fast.
You've always been.
And good at bobsledding. It's just one of my things.
Which is actually comes into this. There are genetic traits as to why you are fast, but it's not because you're part Jamaican.
I'm not related to Usain Bolt.
No, you are not.
Damn it.
You are.
I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror and went, I'm related to Usain.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You are, however, 2% Neanderthal. In fact, you have 72% more Neanderthal DNA than anyone else who has done the DNA test. Out of the 7,462 variants that they test for, about like with the Neanderthal, the most anyone has tested for is 500 in this test.
Okay.
So that's the most. Guess how many you had.
Well,
it is
like
not
400 and something.
Well, no, that's the thing. It isn't close to the 500.
Okay.
But it is still a lot.
I don't know, like a lot. So
254.
So I'm like,
which is half of the amount of the most Neanderthal that they have found, which is crazy.
So I'm like, that explains so much.
Crazy in a white dude as well. Because apparently it's not usually strong in white.
I don't think anyone who listens to this podcast every week is shocked by that information. They've been listening to a caveman just express his opinions for months.
It makes so much sense, dude.
Yeah.
There's so many things that make sense.
The brain farts. But are Neanderthals good at running?
Yeah, so I didn't actually put it in the slide. I've got like a few different things of now let's see what these Neanderthal markers give you. So they've actually like pointed the exact markers and the things that it could give you. One of them, you had about 5 markers for it, was you're actually a sprinter over distance.
Well, that's bullshit.
Well, apparently you are. Apparently you have the sprint markers. But the fact that you have so many of them probably accounts for your cardiovascular system and why it's so good, why you can run long distances, why you're a really good runner. The fact you had the most Neanderthal markers were running based, which is quite interesting because you are a really good runner.
Yeah, I'm just like looking up the difference between a Neanderthal and a human. And apparently...
Didn't you see the picture?
No, I've seen it. Yeah, no, that's my old Facebook profile picture. So I was waiting for you to show a picture of a Neanderthal. Apparently it's the measurement of our brain case and pelvic shape can be separated from the modern human form. So they're just...
No, it's also
different.
these markers as well. So you also have Neanderthal markers.
They kind of, I'll be honest, kind of just looks like they all play for like the Penrith Panthers. Like when I Google it, big chin, big neck.
Yeah.
Like just, ugh.
They're not.
Mad Monday.
Yeah. Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to see what the Neanderthal markers gave you? So not just the running, but you also will be more susceptible for dandruff, and then down the bottom it says your ancestors were crusty as fuck.
Dude, I'm sometimes.
I also spelt ancestors wrong.
Growing up,
awesome.
They did.
I spelled ancestors wrong. I forgot to put the C in.
You need to be tested for Neanderthal as well.
I do think I would be a lot Neanderthal.
This is true. I grew up with like having dandruff.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like.
Yeah, they said that dandruff is
not particularly as an adult. You know what I figured out? If like I used to wash my hair so much because I had dandruff. Like a lot, like I used to use anti-dandruff. Like at school, I remember once I went like this with my hair, and then I looked at my shoulders, and there was just white shit on it. Right,
Aww.
just my head, my Neanderthal
you were
heritage.
Just crusting about.
I know,
like your ancestors.
I know people used to make fun of me for it. Racist.
Oh,
anyway,
so racist. Jesus.
But I just stopped kind of washing my hair as much.
Yeah, because you got natural oils now.
Yeah, and now I just don't
so
get
much
any.
Healthier. So
I haven't
much
had it since I was a kid.
Yeah. You also are supposed now. Your mum has this. Oh, a little bit.
Can't do that.
No,
Hitchhiker's thumb.
No. Yeah, you can.
We can. You're supposed to be able to point your thumb back at you if you give a thumbs up.
No. It's also like it would be like flexible as well. Yeah, that's very flexible.
Look at that Neanderthal thumb.
Well, I don't actually think you have that much. I think your mum does though.
What are you trying to say about my mum?
Your mum has hitchhiker's thumb.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Like she actually does. But that's it. I'm not calling your mum a Neanderthal.
Well, she is.
she does have a lot of Neanderthal. And itchy mosquito bites. But isn't that fucking everyone?
Everyone.
That's everyone.
Like,
I was so confused
you
about
also
that.
have two eyes.
Yeah. I mean, everyone apparently does have some Neanderthal markers. Now, I swear to God, the test also says other Neanderthals will unintentionally seek you out and you will have the ability to connect with them through the form of cock and cum jokes. However, if you try to string any form of a sentence together, they will turn on you like they did to your ancestors 250,000 years ago when they invented the wheel. Crazy. All of that in the DNA test.
Really?
Yeah, they literally wrote all that.
Wow.
Yeah, they said that, which is so crazy. I didn't know that was like a genetic marker, but apparently it is.
Okay.
Yeah. It just it looks like a crumpet in the genetics.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's like, you know how they have all those weaving things?
Yeah.
Well, smack bang in the middle there, it's just a crumpet.
Yeah, okay.
It's your genetic markers.
Great.
Crazy boy. And that's it.
Wow.
That is your heritage.
That is not that surprising.
Not surprising at all. The Neanderthal is.
Not really.
No, it is because you're so white. That it is it's quite unusual.
But Neanderthals were which part of the world?
Well, the people in the world that have the most genetic markers for Neanderthal are East Asia.
Yeah,
East
I was about to say. It says like Asian here or something.
Yeah. But your dad's side fucking moved around heaps. So they went through like Saudi Arabia and they just went all over the country, right? Your mum's side was the furthest back thing, like 250,000 years ago when they were all in Africa, because we all started in Africa. They moved then. So they got the fuck out of there quick. That's why you're so white. Because they as soon as they got the chance, they fucking moved.
My family built the first ever boat.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
They traveled on a stick just through the ocean.
This is when it was all one, wasn't it?
Oh,
when did the country start to split off?
The continents have changed a lot, I think.
Yeah,
but I don't know, during human times have changed that crazy amount. Maybe they have, I don't know.
When did it, what was the original place called?
Earth?
No, what was when our continents were together, what was it called?
Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't that like when the dinosaurs were around?
From a movie.
Wasn't that when the dinosaurs were around though?
Yeah.
Like that's not like human time.
Was that?
I think so. That was
too long ago.
I think that was a long time ago.
Yeah, right. Anyway, sorry. Yeah,
that was fascinating.
Yeah. I am now keen for mine.
I just feel a bit odd about it. It's just like I knew that I was like I knew, like, you know what it is? The first time I tried fairy bread and the joy that it gave me, I was like, I might be
White.
100% white. And I am.
And you are 100%. Also, it gives you like, so it gives you a complete breakdown of every single place then.
Yeah.
And like it says the percentage. And so like, because just in case I was like, I want to see if he's like maybe 0.3% something else, right? Nah, it was just all of those white-based countries, 0%. Everything else was like, you are absolutely this.
Damn. I'm going to
Crazy.
go, just, I don't know, go away from this, listen to some Imagine Dragons and kind of reflect on the history of my people a bit. Just doing the only thing we know how, which is bumping Eminem.
I reckon mine would be the same though. I reckon if I did the DNA test, it would come back pretty much identical to yours. And maybe some Greek. But that's
cool. I got souvlakis. Dude, my heritage.
You're like, yes,
has
oh my God, I can't say. Souvlakis. Souvlakis are just in my veins. Imagine that.
Yeah, well, it's embarrassing. Like the culinary history of my people is filth. Just slop and like
pigeons
and just wine in a barrel. Like it's just filth, really.
Look, it hasn't changed
bread.
Much. You now drink beer in a barrel, so
beer in a barrel, and I still eat bread every day.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna get chicken schnitzel sandwich.
Yep. That's the story of your people, boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
So can I tell my poo story now?
We can tell the poop story
I'll tell
on
the
Patreon.
poop story.
Do you want to tell it on Patreon?
I can tell the poop story on Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Let's tell the poop story on Patreon because I know that the Patreon members love a bit of a poop story. They love it. I don't actually know that. I'm just saying it.
Hey, if you want poop, you got to pay for that.
Hey, you want a poopy story? You got to go pay for it.
I don't give away my poop for free.
No poop for free here.
So let's do this.
Okay.
We've been trying to get to the bottom of what's the most overplayed song of all time.
Yeah, overplayed, overheard, something that everyone knows in every country.
And we made a playlist. It ended up just being the most annoying playlist of all time.
It's so fucking annoying.
Meg and I listened to it on the way to the car. It was bad.
There's like in every 5 songs, there's a good song. But like, other than that, it's just like, I want to jump out of the car.
It's every song you just like that. It's almost just full. Like every second song I'd skip on the radio because I'd be like, oh, I fucking hate this song.
Yeah.
The only one I really enjoy
We created the most annoying playlist.
Yeah, the only one that goes hard every time is Despacito, to be completely honest. It's like a 9-hour playlist though. Go check it out. What's it called? We're going to have to reshare the link.
Yeah, we will have to reshare the link.
It's perfectly curated and I've gone through and deleted some people's submissions because I simply just did not agree.
Most played songs and then in capitals ever with an exclamation mark.
Yeah. So the one that I didn't know if we gave it a mention was Happy Birthday. Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
Happy Birthday has to be one of the most listened to songs, but only of a cappella versions.
Absolutely.
Because just how many times you get stuck singing someone a happy birthday.
Yeah.
Now, I Googled it and finally we got some stats and numbers. Geez, a lot of data this episode.
A lot of data.
I should have made a PowerPoint.
You should have probably made a PowerPoint.
So, this is a fact. Blinding Lights by The Weeknd is the most streamed song ever on Spotify. So, in the modern era, like since we've been able to track kind of how many plays things get, 3.7 billion streams.
Really?
Yeah, and that doesn't include how many views it has on YouTube and I guess Apple Music and other streaming services.
That is so surprising.
Not really.
Yeah.
The second one is Shape of You with Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And Dance Monkey's third of all time.
Really?
Yeah, so people were right. It is one of the most overplayed songs of all time.
I thought it was, but I didn't think it would be third.
And the reason why the modern songs are more talked about, it is because music is so much more accessible now, obviously, where it's like kind of free. Like, so all these new songs like Dance Monkey did probably do have more plays in the time they've been released, I'm not saying ever, like say like in the first 10 years of Yesterday by the Beatles, which I think is their most popular song.
I feel like there would have been so much more.
No, in the first 10 years, like Dance Monkey would have been played way more because you just have to like buy it. And then like if you couldn't afford it, you had to go to someone else's house to listen to it. And like it was harder to access music back in the day.
Yeah.
And there was also less options though, which is why the Beatles were so listened to because there was like 10 bands that people knew. Well, there's probably more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Dance Song was third. Now the most viewed videos on YouTube doesn't even compare to the Spotify streams. Spotify's poo-poo change compared to that. Baby Shark is, I think, the most recorded, listened song ever.
Really?
12 billion views on YouTube. It's the most viewed video of all time.
Really?
Yes. Despacito has 8.1 billion. Shape of You again, 5.9 billion. See You Again by Charlie Puth and Wiz Khalifa. And this one's a real, I was shocked how many views it had. Wheels on the Bus, 5 billion.
Really?
Wheels on the bus.
Let's go round and round. Round and round. Yeah,
and a lot of the biggest songs on YouTube were just children's songs like Eating Sugar, No Papa, Telling Lies, No Papa, something like that. It's called like Yes Papa, and it's this animated, it's creepy, man. Do you know it?
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I watched it the other day. I was going through the playlist of the most viewed things ever. It's got like 10 billion views or something. It's like, Yes Papa. It's creepy, dude.
As fuck.
And pre-streaming, it was believed that It's a Small World, the Disney song, was the most played song.
Yeah.
They reckon it's believed that they've played...
After all, that one?
Yeah, I don't get how they've got this number. They reckon it's been played 56 million times at Disney World.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How many times does it play a day?
They've got a ride. They've got It's a Small World ride. It's the most, like one of the most popular rides.
Well, and that ride's gone around 56 million times.
Fuck yeah, dude. For sure. For sure.
Don't go on that ride. That's going to break.
They also play it on the outside of the ride.
Right.
So it's just constantly on loop.
Radio play. Most sources say that the most ever radio played songs, this is pre-streaming, was Every Breath You Take by The Police. Every breath you take, I'll be like Sting.
Yeah.
Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison.
Yeah.
Alien Chat. And I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones was the 3 most played radio songs. So I would say the conclusion would have to be the most played song of all time is Baby Shark. There's no way of obviously telling because you can't know what people are listening to in their homes and stuff.
But that also checks out because it was a generation, like an entire, like all generations thing.
And it was a thing that was recorded since the start of where it was mainly viewed from. Plus re-uploads, blah, blah, blah. It's probably been viewed 20, 40 billion times, maybe.
Yeah, more times, yeah.
Your Gangnam Style is not even up there. It's in the top like 10 or 15, but it's not up there anymore.
Really?
It's been overtaken, yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because
it was very much like for a period of time.
I think it was the first music song to hit 1 billion, and then YouTube started becoming very popular. And then, because that was in like 2012, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah, that's the definitive answer that I found.
Yeah.
I think it's Baby Shark, which is fucking annoying. Has to be the most annoying song of all time.
Yeah. My niece and nephew played it on repeat though, so
like I would have preferred like How You Remind Me by Nickelback be the answer of that question. Never made it as a wise man.
Remember when you created Baby Dugong?
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the first words that my nephew were ever taught, it was like Mum, Dad, then Luke came along and taught him Baby Dugong. And so all my nephew would go do around the shopping centre was Baby Dugong, 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 Gong, Gong. And everyone looked at Kirsten like, why, you know that it's Baby Shark, right?
Yeah, so the joke was that I made a video years ago called How to Go Viral. Yeah. It's on my YouTube channel if you want to look it up. I think that was what it's called. And then it was like just mocking internet trends, essentially. Like, if you want to go viral, this is what you need to do. Make a viral hit song that's super original or whatever. And then they cut to Lewis and I just going, Baby Dugong, gong, 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 gong. We just did it for ages. And then I ruined your nephew's brain, and I apologize for that.
And then my nephew was like, baby shark? No, thank you. Baby dugong.
It's catchier. It's fun to do, baby. Because it's a challenge. Dugong, 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 dugong.
All right, let's make it a thing, everyone. Baby dugong, we're bringing it back.
It's good. Well, that's it.
That's it.
Thanks very much for tuning in to another episode of Luke and Meg. You can dig up your wife now. It's all over.
Bring back the wives. Bring them back. The aliens are dead. We killed them. They'll be back.
Can we end this episode saying like something like super unoriginal, but kind of like, ooh.
Please go ahead.
Okay.
Take the floor.
Humans.
Yep.
If you are listening, we are not alone. Okay, now I just sound like Optimus Prime. Actually, I got one more thought on the aliens.
Oh God. Okay, one more. Go.
My first thought, because I read all these articles, watched these YouTube videos, and they kept on using the term non-humans. They like don't like to use the term alien. It's non-human, and all I can think was, that's not impressive. Because if they fucking open one of these ships and it's just a possum, I'm going to be incredibly underwhelmed. Because they're like non-human. I'm like, we already have them. It's called fish. We know about them. People are like, whoa, there's non-humans on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
We keep them in fucking zoos. Some of them hang out in our houses.
Yeah.
We give them schmackos sometimes.
They go wacko for them.
Yeah. They accompany us to the park. It's not impressive. I saw a non-human today. Cool. Don't need to testify.
We literally pick up their shit for them.
It's called a cat. I know I just don't like that term being used around like with so much prestige in these conversations.
Non-human.
Like, we discovered non-human intelligence.
All right, now
it's called dolphins.
Can
They're
I
smart,
choose?
bro.
Can I choose something to go out with?
Yeah,
now?
I fucked up mine. You do yours.
Hit it,
baby.
Bye, everyone. Right.
Wheel race and press stop.
Press the stop button.
Wheel. Press stop. Now we're just going on the camera. Audio.
Turn them off.
Easy gonna turn.
Turn them off.
One camera is off.
Oh my
there's one camera left.